I'm George Amankwabuachi, aka Digo. I teach physics at Prempeh College. Currently, I'm the main coordinator of Prempeh College Science and Maths Quiz team and the former head of department of head of science.
So, Mr. Mankwa, talk to me about the Maiden edition. Prempeh won it. It was a competition you didn't know anything about. So, tell me how, one, you got into the team and how you were able to help the team achieve that height.
In fact, I joined Prempeh College fraternity 1992 to be precise, almost 30 years now. They came to the science department, the headmaster, and then informed us that there's going to be a quiz program. That time it was not national. We do it regional. So southern zone and northern zone, or southern sector and then northern sector. In fact, I was new to the system. So I was just opted into it to learn with the old teachers. Because by then, I was just fresh from somewhere, a school, a Mastermind school that I was formerly teaching. So we joined the team, I joined the team, and we were asked to help in the setting of questions. So as physics teacher, I sought knowledge advancement from the early teachers. They helped me, they directed me, and we set questions. So we're having question bank that we get questions from to train the students. But then, that time too, there was this emergence. They merged the old system and then the new system. The old system was the A level, and then the new system was the SS. So that time, they combined the two. So they were in a set of three. So we're having two SSS and then one A-level student. So we're giving them questions, and then because the thing was Maiden, we thought it wise to work extra hard so that we annexed that trophy. We did our best because I was having in mind that anything Maiden belongs to Prempeh College. So we did our best. The southern zone, the northern zone we won, and then finally we meet the southern zone, where I think we met Persec, and then we were able to defeat them.
So, after winning the first trophy, Prempeh has gone ahead to win 4 others. Let's talk about the 3 that comes before this one that you've won recently.
In 1996 too, that's where we chalked our second success. That one too, you see, the game or the quiz was gaining some recognition nationally. So that one too, we prepared very well. During that time too, we were having sixth form too, and then the old system and the new system. So we also have 2 SS and then 1 A-level student. And God being so good and kind to Prempeh College, 1996, even though we didn't find it easy, we were able to overcome all these hurdles, obstacles. Even though I was very young, I contributed my quota to help lift this trophy for the second time. So, in a nutshell, during the second success, I myself played a very important role because we were setting questions where we're having question banks that we used to train the boys. And God being so good and having His mercy, we were able to win for the second time. The team was given to me by my former headmaster, Mr. Eboa. But I broke away from the team for about 2 years. So there were teachers who were new to the scene and they were handling the team. So he called me one day, Mr. Mankwa, you'll be the best person to handle the team. I said, why? Well, I don't want to work with the team again. You have enough experience to share with the boys. You have been there since the inception of this competition. You have been helping them. You have gained knowledge. experience, and therefore there's a need for you to also share this knowledge with the boys. So I accepted the offer. So my first appearance was after accepting the offer as the coordinator of the Science and Maths quiz team, Prempeh College. My first encounter was 2014, where I led the team to Accra. We were able to go through it all right, but then during semi-finals or quarterfinals, we were beaten by one of the less endowed schools. So you have to go home and then do our homework very well. So we returned to campus, so for line, and we're giving several names because we didn't do well. No recognition was given to us. I went with one teacher by name Procedure. He's now at Anglican Secondary School. And then Mr. Damoa. So many names were given to us, but they said, no, you have to be steadfast. Work extra hard. Get good students who can help us to achieve our goal. So I introduced what is called selection test. Initially, what they were practicing was when you are first, you are selected to join the quiz team. So I said, no, I have some experience that we need to share with them. So what I did was that I introduced that selection team. So you see, you may be good in class, but it can't be, it doesn't mean that it can be a quiz material. So we did a selection test, and we were able to come out with very good and brilliant students. We put our heads together, and then we were able to train them. We assigned them coaches, those who will be solely attending to them. And I think that one helped us. We were able to regain a lot of experience. We got a lot of experience. I made them read very wide. So there were a lot of interactions. We also obtained internal training. We meet other schools sometimes to have quiz with them, more especially the ARC rivals, my own alma mater. We meet them, we do trial contests. Sometimes we go there and then they come to an end. So we're poised for the cup for the third time. And God being so good, because whatever you do without God, it can't come to fruition. God being so good to us, we're able to chalk our third success. Let me divulge the secret to you, just a little bit of it. You have to do selection or choose students who are respectful, down to earth. Because in all the successes that we've chalked, all these set of students are very respectful, down to earth. And then another point that I want to share with you is that they are also patient. You see, when you are patient, you are able to maximize your composure on stage. And if you get that composure, you're able to answer your questions successfully with wisdom. Because when you don't have wisdom, there's no way on stage, there's no way you can just get out of it and then come with a cup. Combining this, and then we add God, Almighty God. Always we are prayerful. You see, without God, nothing will be possible for us. So we always do a lot of fasting. But the key is students who is down to earth, highly respectful. If you don't have these characteristics, Prempeh College, there's no way you can get a cup. So all the students, because I've been there for some number of years now, all the students that have been winning this cup for Prempeh College have this characteristics, have these traits that have been a key factor in winning this cup. We have built our team in such a way that we don't entertain any pressure in them. The team is solid, such that even any pressure from outside will not be entertained by them. We teach them, we coach them, we direct them as to what to do. And we have been also engaging in a number of series of contests, and that has built their confidence. They have the egoism, and this has rekindled them to talk a lot of successes, So coming to host the thing in our own soil did not perturb us at all. We're having the strength, we were having the knowledge, we're having all what it takes to win the cup, host and then win. My boys are resilient. They are very, very resilient. You see, in a situation like that, we have already told them that they should come down on stage. They shouldn't allow pressure to build on them. They did the same for us. Because as I told you, you see, patience is very essential in a situation like this. If you have patience, you can overcome so many hurdles. Because on stage, if you want to lose your patience, then you lost your composure. And when you lose your composure, then everything runs away from your head. So they were taught how to be composed on stage. They listened to our advice. Almost I've been telling them, seniors, this is what you have to do. When you're on stage and pressure are piling on you, make sure you relax. And they did the same, and then we won. That was what helped us to win.
From your introduction, you went to Opokwari School, Prempeh's arch rivals. It's unheard of to have someone from Opokwari School achieving such feat with Prempeh College. How does it feel like meeting your alma mater in the National Science and Maths quiz and going ahead to beat them?
In fact, I owe my allegiance to Opokwari School because that's where I was brought up, right from Form 1 to Form 5. So I had a lot of experience. I have to thank them for the knowledge that they've given to me. But then where I work, I need to enjoy the fruits of my labor. So I have to make sure that where I work, I have to see the proceeds. And the proceeds are what you saw on stage. So it's telling you something, it's giving you some signal that Upoko are people who have trained me well. I'm impacting that knowledge to Prempeh College. My alma mater, Ketechi Upoko High School, we met them. And then we flattened them. Even though I was not the coordinator then, but the former headmaster, who happens to be an Aketechi, was also an old boy of Upoko High School, in the person of Mr. Anochi. He led the team to beat Upoko High School that time. And we're champions at the Southern Zone. And then went to the Northern Zone, where we had the grand finale, and it was held in Accra, precisely Presec campus. And then we defeated them on their home grounds. And we brought a trophy to Sofaline.
Are you ready to exit the scene? Because a lot of people believe that your presence is what's keeping Prempeh College in the National Science and Maths quiz, winning it over and over again.
God willing, I'll be exiting next year. Next year. But I'll still be with them.
How?
Oh, you see, knowledge, you have soft knowledge and hard knowledge. Soft knowledge that we have on the computer and the rest, they are all there. So you have to just expand it. Explain it to them how you went about it. No. My help is always needed because that experience is very big. That feat is very big. I need to divulge it for those behind me to experience that knowledge.